right, and welcome to another Patreon exclusive from the Real Wise team. Today's an interesting topic. It's me and Poppy J in the house. We never know who else might pop in. Someone always might pop in once in a while.
Once in a while.
What's up?
I said once in a while.
Yeah, so we are here to discuss plumbing issues. So when Poppy approached this topic to me, I understood what he meant, but I took it I went with it in a different direction and a different same kind of topic, but it's just
same premises, man. You gotta
it was same premise.
Your property value depreciates as hard when your plumbing ain't working. You know what I'm saying?
So we just your thing was, if a woman is trying to build, what was it again? What was the question you said?
So what I've noticed during my travels is that there's a lot of hard work. Like you would get the notion that the way music and everything portrays it, everybody's just fucking. Everybody's just out there. Everybody's with the living free and fucking whatever and just getting a nut off. But it's not really the case, man. There's a lot of women that, not because they can't, but because of where they headed and the goals they set and their determination, and getting a good, and it's not even like they really care for the relationship part. It's more just like someone good that if you're gonna fuck, at least the energy and the vibe and conversation, everything still gotta play a part. So it's like nobody's getting, it's like it's so many women that aren't fucking as you would assume they were. Like if you look at a female, like walking down the street, don't know nothing about her. She look good though. You assume somebody's dicking it down. She's got mad niggas on her ass. And then when you actually in a circle with women, and then you see that that's not the case. But there's a misconception that everybody's just out fucking and la 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 and just, or like especially like minority and people of color. Like you would just assume through the music, through the TV shows, is that a bunch of reckless niggas out here just fucking committing crime. That's how they portray the masses, and it's completely opposite. There's a larger population of women that's working, that's doing what they're doing, and not what society portrays women and the role. When you think of woman, you think of first, sometimes when there's an accusation, you question the woman because this is the one that they promoted. They promoted that women are just out there back paging it up, selling their ass, doing whatever for a nigga with money. And that is not really the case. They taking that little street aspect and it seems like it's being placed on the women in general as a whole. So even though I was saying it in a funny way when I was saying it, I did tell the person I was discussing it with that it was not just gonna be like focused on the fact that they need dick, man. You need to release you gotta clear the pipes, man. You gotta clear the pipes, man. Shit get real, yo. That shit play a lot of shit on your way, on your day, your week. Like sexual frustration is serious, man. It's at an all-time high because of COVID. So now you got people. Listen, man, it's just look at the psychology of that.
No, listen. But my thing was, all right. So this now that I'm looking at the way you're referring to it, it's just that these women are single, and they don't have men, and so they're not getting their plumbing check. They're not getting their plumbing check whatsoever.
And then you got mad niggas running around acting goofy. So, and don't everybody want to talk. So you fucking everything up. Like even if they just think like, this ain't like I'm not playing that game. So if I'm not playing that game, even if I want to pop off with somebody that's in that game, once I pop off with that person, I'm in the game, whether I want to play the game or not. So if you really don't want to play your game, you really focus on moving this way, then there's sometimes your selection pool just starts shriveling. Like for men too.
Shrinking a lot.
Like
it's like going extinct. That's what it
so,
sounds like.
so now not only are you struggling with everyday life, dealing with everyday bullshit, then you can't even fucking get satisfied. That shit is frustrating. Speaking as a man, I don't have plumbing issues, but I ain't been plumbing. I haven't been plumbing.
You haven't been clear. Haven't been checking out pipe. But
My
from
schedule,
when, but like,
my
if you
schedule
would think, like, if you by listening to our shows, you would think you was probably clearing a lot of pipes.
No, I did. I have books
So
about
I
it.
mean, I'm just saying, people would still think that at this time that you're still clearing a lot of pipes.
Nigga, I'm always getting blamed for playing with pipes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
you
it's
know
not
why?
happening. But
No,
you're
it's not.
you're really saying right now that is not happening. That is not the case.
It's not,
I
man.
am not. You're basically. I am not clearing out pipes. That's what you're saying.
And I'm giving it out for the low. I'll come home discount, COVID discount.
So
Seriously.
so ladies, as you just heard, he's giving it out on the discount.
Let's not promote that. Let's not. This is all jokes. This part right here was. I don't joke a lot.
That was a joke, man. Why
Yeah,
you think because you think
I don't
people
want
might take it up?
yo,
People might take it up.
and I don't want to get an inbox where they like, yo, I don't. That's not cheap. Like, I don't want no inboxes of people just like, yo, low price. Like, nah,
Yeah, that would be some funny shit.
nah,
You get
man.
an inbox. You get an inbox. He goes, "Yo, man, what's up? I need some pipe cleaning over here."
This is why I took social media off my phone and shit. Because I know
Oh man.
as the city opens, I'm gonna say more crazy shit. And when people start really thinking, look, seeing how I think, I don't want inboxes. I don't want a whole bunch of DMs. It's not about the DMs. But
So you rather have your assistant deal with all that?
yeah, tell them whatever you want. Flirt back. I don't give a fuck. Listen, I'm not doing this shit to get nobody to holler at me. So I don't care about.
Okay, but that's not. I don't know how we got into that. All I was saying was that, ladies, he's giving it for the low. That's it.
All right. If you can
I'm
reach
saying
me, price is right. I assist you.
Listen,
Affordable plumbing. That's what I'm gonna call it. Affordable plumbing.
well, it would be now. You would think because honestly, guys might be intimidated by them. They see that these are professional women who have their shit together, that have proven to the world that they don't need a man necessarily in their lives to be successful. And then the dudes that they do meet probably don't have the same kind of success they have, and they just feel a little inferior.
That could be the case. I could see how people could be in, but I mean that's been forever. People intimidated by women that got a drop. So that could be the case. It still fucks up the plumbing in the house. It still
It still
fucks
needs
up.
the plumbing needs fixing either way.
Hold on a minute. Hello? All right. What happened? Oh, all right. I don't know what to tell you. All right, but can you make sure you grab something for me, please, so I can make? I don't have because I'll have him, and I gotta make sure he has dinner. No.
So yes, we are recording live. Sorry, Patreon fans, but life
I
does
got stuff.
happen.
I just need to get to the store, so I don't care whatever it is. I can make for him for dinner. I just ain't got. I ain't. I wasn't gonna go to. I ain't going food shopping, so yeah. I mean, if he eats, if he as long as he eats. So I don't know. However you want to do it.
This needs to be edited. This really does need to be edited right here.
Uh, yeah, just let me know when you're coming. I don't know. You can bring him whenever. All right, I appreciate that. All right, all right, all right. All right, my bad. And we ain't editing shit. Sometimes you gotta deal with that on life terms. I'm trying to be mad nice, man. Um, and I don't really feel like going to the store. Uh oh, plumbing. Well, I don't know. I know it's the stereotype. I mean, what they lead people to believe is not really as much. They don't really big up all the women that's actually uh working and doing right. They just love slandering the women with all the shit that rappers and all the dumb shit that they gather up to put on
Oh,
TV.
they rather show and listen, and nothing against Cardi B and Megan the Stallion and stuff. They get listen whatever however they get their money, they get their money. But that's what they rather show than other other women who don't necessarily need to do that to be successful.
I mean, it's a job. They doing their job. They created
That's
that.
what I said. Let go get that money. I can't say, but I'm saying
That ain't all women. That's like all
no. That's
men.
not.
Men. That's probably the bigger fight than anything. Is recreating the stereotype of what people view, how people view us. If you play into the stereotype they got, then that whole systemic equality shit ain't never gonna happen because they still view you as this. They still know they don't view us that the real ones, not all of them.
All
The
right.
real.
So yeah, it's but that goes with everything. That's just everything. Even all right. This is a completely different topic. This is a different thing. Apple now is adding subscriptions for their podcasts, for certain podcasts. If you want a paid subscription, which Podbean had already offered, that's something you can do through Podbean, where your Patreons can purchase exclusive content. Um, Audible.com, you sign up for the subscription, for the monthly subscription or whatever it is. You can listen to podcasts and all that, all this stuff. And So now all these podcasters, these things are going to subscriptions now.
Yeah.
And how much money are the podcasters going to see from these subscriptions? So who knows? So us doing the Real Wise Radio might be a great thing because all these other podcasts you got to pay subscriptions to. To listen to us is free. We're giving them free content.
Yeah.
So if they can listen to their favorite podcast on our station,
Yeah. But then you give it. Then you got to think about.
I won't charge the patrons. I won't charge the public. It's the ad space now because now we got the listeners.
Yeah, I get it. I was about to say that it was all seen in the. Yeah, you're right. You're not charging them to be on the radio station. We looking for the advertisement money. We looking for the big money. We don't. We There's enough money to share with everybody once you acquire the big money. And the bigger the more content you have on the radio station, the bigger your advertiser would be. The nigga that will want to sponsor you or be advertised like that collaboration would be the numbers would be different.
And that's what I'm trying. That's something I'm trying to point out to some of these shows. Like, yo, listen, we're a startup station, but we still gonna have know what the analytics are. We're gonna know what shows are popping, what shows aren't popping.
I mean, at the end of the day,
And
if you don't got to pay, then anybody who don't want to do it, they're just
don't
bad.
have to necessarily do it. No,
Now,
as I'm saying, I'm not forcing. If you, I'm giving people opportunities.
it would be a
That's
little
it.
bad if somebody's telling you that we could help each other by collabing on the radio station, and you're not looking for it to generate what you already got going on. Like this is just a startup, but you're giving out the same content in hopes for not notoriety and all that. So any avenue that could promote your shit, that's what you would do. That's what I
Yeah.
would do. Believe. So I mean, the game is changing. Everything is changing. I keep telling people that this mad shit changing, and you just gotta fucking sit back.
Same thing with the Roku channel, with Coach Ray, which I just spoke to, and he's having the indie podcast on the Roku channel for 24-hour streaming.
That's good. They gotta
So
make sure
that's
you
why I
own
was
it
like,
right too.
huh?
I said that's you. I noticed that a lot of things, the apps for certain things ain't as good as the app on the phone. Like a lot of the TV apps and a lot of the stuff streaming platforms, these guys is telling you to go support.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Hello.
See, we all answer phones on this bitch. It's a morning show anyway. It's mad early. We in pre-production. This was not really a show. Let's be honest. We just was talking and we decided to press record. So you get to hear our thoughts and you get to hear uh how we view things.
I just had to make sure because I have an appointment to get my second shot at 1:30 today.
Oh shit, number 2.
Number 2. We'll see how I feel after this.
Oh yeah, you better pod early. My homegirl said it. Well, she didn't take it. Wasn't really sick. I didn't even know. I forgot. She even took the shit. That's
Well, I got to call Mariana because she took it yesterday. So, and everybody so far that I've known had taken their second shot, they're like, it was just the second one was the worst one for them.
Yeah, I think that's what everybody said that I know.
The first one for me was just I was a little tired and that's about it. Just my arm was sore and just tired. Yeah, I'll take that.
You'll take whatever happens today, nigga.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. If that's those are if that's how I feel, then that's great.
That's all you feel is what you felt the first shot.
I'm hoping that I felt the first. That's what I felt. I felt the first time just fatigue and my arm was sore.
That's
I
good.
will
I mean,
take that. Yeah.
what else happened that we could shoot it up early in the morning? I don't know. It's been quiet.
Oh man. Well, we could talk about North Carolina.
I
Yeah.
told
Well,
you.
it's just crazy, man. It's nothing. Again, once you have to start holding. It has to be more than this just one case where there's no immunity. You get charged just like everyone else. Doesn't matter if you're at fault. You get charged and you go to jail just like anyone else. There's no more uh, blue line, none of that. Protect each other at all costs because technically you're supposed to protect us, the citizens.
I mean, yeah. I think, especially when dudes is getting shot with no gun, like the excessive force. If I'm
Son,
walking or I'm driving away, one, I know that you ain't supposed to chase nobody in the car, but you can follow them. You're not supposed to engage in high speed pursuits. I don't know in every state, but I know you're not supposed to. From what I
okay, but
so
it's just that when these white boys commit these mass shootings, they come out alive. But unarmed black men just don't happen to make it.
nigga, I was thinking the other day. Somebody I don't know who told me about the bill that was passed, Asian anti something. I don't want to be all. Well, it's Patreon, so I don't got to be correct. Like an anti
Hate
Asian.
bill, yeah.
All right, cool. So let me see something. We've had rules in place for the Jews who suffered and their families and everything with the Holocaust. You've had the bill for the Asian. You have the bill for the LGBTQ. You have bills for like anytime something horrendous happens. There's or that they deem to be horrendous that needs to be put their foot down. Let's create a bill. They do it. There's not been an anti-black bill. There's not been. You can't even get them to make lynching a crime. It's I don't know what the black rich people that say. I don't know what they trying to sell us. Is what I'm saying. The Asian people just got shot. That shit just happened. They already got a bill. As soon as the president came in, he took care of a bill for the LGBTQ, like bills that enforce harsh punishment, like any anti anything. Where's the bill? Where's the bill for us, nigga? It's never gonna happen. This is sad to say. This is one of my sad truths. And if it does happen, then I'll be like, oh shit, I live to see it. But it's never gonna happen, nigga. They don't give a fuck. They blatantly every day they tell us they don't give a fuck. Every time one of that niggas signed a book that didn't focus on black communities, impoverished neighborhoods, which is not just black people. Impoverished neighborhoods is anybody that lives in this neighborhood, whether they impoverished or not. There's mad people that live in the hood that ain't broke, that ain't struggling, that are financially good, that own their property. So yeah, you address impoverished urban communities. That benefits anybody that's in the urban community. That Asian hate bill benefits Asians. That LGBTQ bill benefits them. Nothing benefits us, man. There's nothing. I don't know what benefits us. If somebody's gonna say something stupid, and I'm gonna be very upset. That's why I don't take callers or nothing when we talk on this shit. Because I don't really want to hear somebody tell me how we benefit without
Like I
making
told you how I felt. Like I told you how I felt about people celebrating the shave whatever Derek Chauvin case, the George Floyd murder, and Derek Chauvin, whatever. And I was just upset. It was like this is what is we have to celebrate this. Like this is common sense. This man had murdered him on live TV. Everybody's seen it live. Everybody saw it happen. So we had a trial. You got people like Brett Favre saying that he didn't intend to kill him, and but Brett Favre's quick fast to tell Deshaun Walker shut up and play football. Well, Brett Favre, shut up and just talk about football. Talking about he didn't intend to kill him.
listen. I
How
don't
the
know.
fuck do you know? What do you know? What will you? How do you know what was going on in his mind? I'm tired
Listen,
of these athletes that um it's cool when it's someone of their color doing stupid shit, but then when a black athlete speaks out, oh y'all need to just play your sport and shut up.
because it goes to show that no matter how loved people loved him because of what he did, he's still a human being, and he's one of them piece of shits. Like if you could make any sense of how keeping your hands in my pocket while kneeling on a man's neck wasn't intentional, then you are a piece of shit. Point blank. Period. That's it. I'm not gonna go through all the details of this case. When I from putting your hands in your pocket while you kneeling on a nigga's neck is not intentional, then yeah. But there ain't nobody gonna cancel these people. Why? Because he's working ESPN or he's part of this big conglomerate. So they didn't even talk about it on ESPN. They ain't even mention that stupid shit, which says a lot for how Stephen A and these guys of color talk about all the atrocities that's going on. They couldn't even. There was nothing. I didn't hear nothing about Brett Favre's comments. It wasn't even like a one of the top topics, which should have been a top topic. If you're a person like Stephen A. and you talk how Stephen A. talks, or if you're a person like Shannon Sharp and you talk how Shannon Sharp talks, how you
I'm
treat
I'm,
that
I'm
one.
sure there's probably one. I know I've seen it somewhere. I don't remember who talked about it, but
They ain't
it
talk
doesn't
about it.
matter.
That
Well,
should have been that should have been breaking like how everything else is. This nigga is sitting here telling you that this nigga didn't intentionally put his hands in his pocket and kneel on a brother's neck. I look, nigga, this is what that man was saying that he can't in his head put believe that Brett Favre, I mean
he,
that this dumbass didn't kill George Floyd on
hey,
purpose.
that's what he said. He said he don't think he doesn't believe he intentionally meant to kill him.
They should be calling for him like they call for everybody else. There's certain people that when they say certain shit, where's the cancel culture? They quick to cancel a nigga for saying something. Quick to cancel a rap from 1989 that talked about something that is offending today. They quick to do all that shit. They ain't quick to talk about. They ain't quick to chop this nigga head off. I ain't hear shit for how I should have heard. Should have from what I should have. What I believe I should have heard the reaction when somebody as popular as this dumbass, as as big as much loved as he was as a sport, not get no backlash. It's just shit like that baffles me.
Well,
There's
that's
certain
just
there's certain things that let you know, like, all right, this wishing and praying that things is gonna get better and the government is gonna open their eyes and see us as it's you know what, focus on securing a safe land and protecting your land. That's it. That's all I can see. That's all I get from all this shit, man. from all the shit. These governments ain't gonna do shit. They scared to death of niggas. They do not want to partner with niggas. They do not want to fucking sit in the same room with niggas. They are faking. Every time you get one black man inside a room with 32 people, that is not anything to do a backflip about. That's it. One black man in a room of 32, nah. One black man and no, we get niggas need to get their shit together and get up in these seats. City council, everything. Like everybody, really, we gotta start grooming politicians, man. We gotta have a clean history, everything. Like there's just some families where they kids is just smart. You gotta just groom your child to be a politician, man, and just balance them out. Politician world is corrupted. You're gonna have to play a game. You just gotta know how to play the game and not get lost in it. That's it.
Well, I got something to show you.
So Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre says he did not believe that Derek Chauvin meant to kill George Floyd. On his podcast, Bowling with Favre, he said, quote, "I find it hard to believe. And I'm not defending Derek Chauvin in any way. I find it hard to believe, first of all, that he intentionally meant to kill George Floyd. That being said, his actions were uncalled for. I don't care what color the person is on the street. I don't know what led to that video that we saw where his knee is on his neck, but that man had thrown in the towel." Favre said last week on the Andrew Klavan show he wanted politics out of sports because he believed it was hurting games and agreed with people deciding not to watch sports anymore. Max?
Oh, I never seen that clip. I apologize. I didn't hear it the way I.
Hypocritical of him, of course, to say politics should be out of sports unless it's his politics. I don't think Brett Favre is being dishonest here, though. I think Brett Favre believes what he's saying because it's an issue of empathy. I think he, in this case, is having an empathetic connection with Chauvin and maybe not with George Floyd. And he's thinking to himself, like, it's hard to relate to someone who would sit on someone's neck, especially a law enforcement official. He's thinking that's the good guy, right? Why is he sitting on someone's neck? Why would he mean to kill him? And he finds it hard to get his mind around that. I believe he's being honest, if sort of misguided in his thinking. But I think there's a larger issue here, Stephen A. I don't even think Brett Favre sees that he's interjecting his opinion here, and it's an overlap of politics and social issues and sports when he says what he says. And this gets back to Kaepernick for me. Stephen A., remember, my whole point about Kaepernick, when people said he's injecting politics into sports, is in fact, if kneeling during the national anthem is speech and protest, then surely standing is also speech, right? If one is speech, then the other is also speech. And so my larger point was those who say, no, this is a national anthem. This isn't political. Everyone has to stand in ways they don't even realize, in fact, are injecting sports with politics. As soon as you have a ceremony like that, where lack of participation is viewed as a political statement, then the ceremony itself is political, whether you like it or not. But that's not the way a lot of people see it. It's confusing to them. Wait a minute. We're all in America. We have to love America. This is the way it works. And so that's okay. That's not political. Favre simply doesn't understand that. He didn't understand that then. And I think when he talks like he talks now, after saying we shouldn't have politics, with sports, I don't like it, he doesn't even understand that what he's really saying is we shouldn't have politics other than my own. We shouldn't have people's worldviews on social issues other than my own. He just views his own as the default setting. And that's a lot of what these protests are about. The default setting throughout our country's history seems to be the view of white America. And what people have been saying and athletes have been saying and protests in our streets have been saying is that normal doesn't work for everyone. We need a new normal. And Favre has viewed, it seems to me, through his comments over the last several years, the new normal as political, the old normal as just normal and apolitical. And he's wrong about that. I don't think he's lying. I don't even think he has ill will here, Stephen A. I think he's only capable at this moment of seeing it from one narrow perspective.
I actually like Brett Favre. I like him a lot. I know I've been critical of him in the past. I've had the pleasure of meeting him on several occasions. I actually genuinely like him. I could say I'm disappointed in these comments, but I don't think that's really what this is about. I'm gonna tell you what I think it's about. I think it's the epitome of white privilege, and I think that Brett Favre would do himself a service by simply saying, "Look, I'm a white guy. I'm a black guy. I just don't get it. I'm not a black guy. I just don't get it," because he doesn't get it. And that's really what this comes down to. On far too many occasions, again, thinking about I know in the community, the people that I know left side with the progressives, on the right side with conservatives. There have been many conservatives that I've spoken to in the past. I respect the hell out of them. They know I don't agree with them most of the time, but I'm certainly not going to castigate them because of some of the positions that they've taken. What I would say is that on many, many occasions when I'm highlighting something, as a black person, you just don't know. Numbers don't always tell the story. There's so many things that happen to black people that you don't realize, that don't get recorded, that don't get told. Think about it from the standpoint of the lovely 17-year-old that videotaped Derek Chauvin that Molly brought up yesterday. If she hadn't videotaped it, you also pointed out, Max, what the news headlines about George Floyd's murder. We would have never known if we didn't have the video showing what Derek Chauvin did to George Floyd. And so many times the true stories don't get told. And so I don't want politics. I don't want this in my life. I don't believe this was the case. It's because a lot of times white folks make this huge mistake. And I hope white folks of America over watching me right now for what I'm if you're not racist and you're not prejudiced and you don't engage in heinous acts, you don't exercise entitlement, you don't look at yourself as above, act and conduct yourself that way, and more importantly, you speak out against those who look like you but think like that, okay? We're not talking about you. The reason why it's important to mention that, Max, is because what and a plethora of folks throughout white America are people who personalize things as if you're talking about them like they would do something like that. So they inherently feel this insatiable, just gravitation towards coming to the defense of somebody because they actually look at it as defending themselves, as if we're talking about them, when that's absolutely positive. Brett Favre wouldn't have done something like that. The individuals that I mentioned earlier wouldn't have done something like that. But when they see us going off and they look at the white population in this country that was once over 80% and is now dwindled to 60% and is sliding, and they see the elevation of minority communities coming into this country, et cetera, they're worried. And because they're worried about what they're witnessing here, they feel this need to hold on to something, to act like they're being victimized when they're not realizing. What black folks are saying is, excuse me, happen to you. It's hard for them to grasp that reality sometimes. And that's where Brett Favre is.
All right, I'll leave you with this. So in response
So
he's a fucking idiot. They tap dance, they tap dance like I said. I'm not making an excuse for why he think like that. I know they ain't all white people ain't racist. I'm cool. I got mad. Listen, I'm not even gonna go through that, man. I fucks with the peoples. But the majority of the world, that's the majority of people, the participants who play in this control of the government are fucking racist, man. That's it. It don't matter if my neighbor's not racist. My neighbor's not in the fucking government. I'm never talking about my neighbor. My neighbor lives, everybody near me is fucking, get out of here. I don't walk through the neighborhood. That's not, I know it's not you. And if it is you, you ain't even in a position to talk shit to me. So it doesn't even matter if you're racist. The people who's running the government, who's making quick to pass these bills for every other race except blacks. And the part
Well,
that
look at the Florida law, the anti-riot law.
yeah, that's another reason to fuck your ass up if y'all group up. Yeah, even if you ain't breaking nothing, y'all grouping up is already gonna set them on. They're gonna be on guard for like a riot, and then all it takes is one stupid person to poke a riot. So you put mad people out of lives because there's always gonna be one stupid person that wants to throw a rock. There's always gonna be one of those. There's always, if they plant it, if they've been infiltrated for like years now.
Oh, you already know. I know they. You know where I believe in that shit, where they be planting people to throw rocks. They really do. Dude,
So,
we seen the videos last year. We seen the videos last year during the riots. Bricks lined up against the wall, like
with
where the hell them shits came from?
no construction in sight. They was
Yeah,
lined up.
son, that's what I'm saying.
Perfectly placed in a reachable.
Perfectly placed bricks and in all these locations. Like, son, seriously, son? Like, you telling me this shit wasn't planned?
Listen, there's mad shit, yo. Like I said, I view things way different now, yo. So I don't. It's like how many times you're gonna beat a dead horse before you realize nothing you do is making this shit move.
And like,
all you gotta do is secure your space, man. Everybody gotta secure their foundation.
And that's our goal, is to build our village.
They don't want people moving out into houses. They like the congestion. They like all the people that need to work. They don't want nobody.
Now we gonna get our land. We're gonna get our 100 acres. We don't need a big village.
We don't. Yeah, I don't need shit. I just want to open the door and get the first bite of the land purchase, because that shit's gonna create me wanting to just buy land. Like I said,
son, we gonna go ridiculous with it, man. Listen, like I said, 100 acres or more, man. 100 acres or more. We can start off with 10. We can start off with 10 here, but like it's gonna be over 100 acres.
10. And my goal for this
son,
year is at least for my personally, what I'm striving for and everything that I'm busting my ass for is for at least I want to spend at least 50 and be able
all right.
Like throughout, like not saying all of it gotta be in one spot, but I would like to at least know that I spent 50.
No, we need multiple locations, but I'm saying we need enough to start the first village.
Yeah, I told you as soon as I get the property, I'm going to go visit my peoples and that knows all the builders out here, like connected. Like the way working in Marcellus got me connected with some good people that know some good people that know some good people. So I'm going to be like, there's going to be numbers, there's going to be a blueprint, there's going to be everything, all the facts. This is what they want, this is what it looks like, projected, and then you just know what it takes to, how much it costs to build the village. And then you take your time, it's your land. I live on that shit, nigga. I'll go get me an RV and just park on that shit with my car in the driveway and park on that shit. You know, if my RV got gas and the electric, his battery is good, I'll turn on my lights, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I ain't paying no more rent. Call it what you want. I'm taking it back to like you starting from ground zero. So when you come out your crib and it's just woods and you got to get used to it and figure it out from ground zero, you build it. Fuck, I'm gonna buy land for and then live in a house and pay rent. And then when you're ready to build, you build. But that RV will sit nice in the middle of the woods. You get all the camping.
Yeah, no, yeah, you get that. But I don't know how long I could live like that. And I have a certain. Yeah, no. I lived like that when we used to go to Puerto Rico. I'm not doing that shit. I can do it for a little bit, but eventually my house needs to get built.
No, listen, it got to get built. And trust me, I'm pretty sure I can't live like that for too long. I know that's that motivation that just keeps you. If you get to the land part, then shit, you following the right path. And if you're following the right path and you stay true to not just blowing money after you accomplish getting the land, you'll get your house up.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. So as always, we do a little. We just was inspired to record something this morning. We didn't have much to do.
Nah,
Well, we got a lot of shit to do. We just ain't.
ain't started.
Yeah,
We're about
people
to
still
start.
keep hitting me out, but we'll be getting a station off soon. So like this dude was like, yo, because I was talking, I had interviewed somebody, and they're like, they do something similar to my inspirational quotes, but what they do is they'll record them all in one day, and then just publish them to release certain every other day, every day. So I think that's what I'm gonna start doing is just record all my quotes of the week one day, and then just release them because I be forgetting to release them shits.
Nigga, you supposed to anything that you could get or file a catalog of so you could stop recording for a minute, take a break. You got to get all those out.
Yeah.
You got to get your inspirational quotes, whatever you're gonna do, because some of them you still gonna like. You understand something. It's something about people may not know. People will never know be recorded, but it's just something about having some good positive shit to read. Sometimes I'll be scrolling, man. There ain't enough positive shit on no social media.
Son,
No words of wisdom. No words
this
of
right
wisdom.
here, this micro card right here, son, has so many episodes that I still need, and it's full. It's full. I have to go buy 2 more,
I gotta
and I gotta get the same number because this one holds a lot. Those shits only hold like 17 hours.
why you ain't just get the terabyte external drive that you just plug in and pull your shit on one big ass.
No, because this goes directly into the Roadcaster.
Oh,
This little one,
all right.
but I need to order me a bigger file one.
All right. Let's stop this shit so I can go to the bathroom, which I'm about to do now.